wonderful spaces where we gather as a family to quietly enjoy quality time, watch TV, read a book, have a cup of coffee in peace. Okay, that's not reality at all. In fact, this is what usually happens. Destruction. Our living rooms are filled with clutter. Every surface covered by toys, cups, plates, papers, clothing, litter. I mean, the list of sheer stuff in our living room is endless. You might be thinking, what's the point of cleaning it if it's going to get messy again anyways? While it may seem helpless, the truth is the less stuff you have, the less mess you'll create. Most importantly, the less time you will spend on cleaning, therefore being able to dedicate more time to your family. Let me know in the comments on a scale of 1 to 10, how messy does your living room get? Let's jump into 15 things you can declutter in your living room right now. Welcome back to my channel. I am Margo, a professional organizer helping lovely ladies like you declutter and organize your homes. If that is something you want to get into on a weekly basis, subscribe to my channel and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. To connect with awesome women who are also on their decluttering journey, join my Facebook group. I'll leave a link to it in the description box below. To get started, grab a box, a couple of garbage bags, and let's get to it. Helpful decluttering tip: whenever you begin any kind of decluttering, you should always create 5 piles. Toss, keep, donate, sell, and recycle. And to assist you on your decluttering journey, always ask yourself the following questions. Do I use this item? Is it still good? Would I buy it again? Would it benefit someone else? Does it help me make my life easier? And finally, does it bring me joy? I always encourage you ladies to begin the decluttering process, regardless of what room it is, with the easiest stuff first. So when tackling the living room, the first thing you want to do is eliminate surface clutter. So if you have trash sitting on your coffee table, or cups or plates, or any item that is out of place, or maybe a post-it that's been crumpled up, some kind of magazine, a printout, tackle that stuff first. Just quickly do a run through of your living room and kind of swipe things that don't belong and put things back in their designated place. More often than not, because our living rooms are where we spend so much of our time, we tend to accumulate a lot of surface clutter. Decluttering daily by eliminating surface clutter from your living room will maintain your living room being neat and tidy. There is no way, we have families, we have kids, there is no way to avoid having our living rooms be messy, but they don't have to stay messy. Encourage your kids to help out. If you want maximum impact for having your living room look clutter-free, get rid of bulky, unused, or broken furniture. Get rid of an ottoman that you no longer use. That's probably sitting in a corner somewhere. Keep in mind, when it comes to your furniture, you can actually sell it. You can hold a garage sale, or you can even sell on platforms like eBay or Facebook. If you're interested in donating your broken or unused furniture, I will leave links to donation organizations in the description below. Eliminating these bulky, huge furniture items automatically will make your space appear less cluttered. Next up, number 3 is throw pillows and throw blankets. Now, I love throw pillows and throw blankets. I think that these are items that make your home feel more cozy, feel more lived in. But there's a difference between having it aesthetically look nice and be comfortable, and the look of just an overabundance of these things. Less is more, ladies. So pack up those unnecessary throw pillows and throw blankets and either get rid of them or store them away. What I typically do is I rotate based on the season. So right now, as you can see behind me, I kind of have like a whole red and white motif going on because it's the winter. Once spring hits, I actually swap everything out to blues and greens and yellows and beiges. I'm not telling you to get rid of the stuff. If you use it, if you need it, that's totally fine. Hold on to it. Use it sparingly around your living room so it does not look like clutter. If you, for example, need those additional throw blankets, instead of having them out and about, you can do this. I actually roll up our extra throw blankets and put them in this decorative bin, thereby eliminating the appearance of clutter. And when we need it, we pull it out, we use it, and then we put it back. I do want to give you a super duper helpful tip when it comes to storing blankets, throw pillows, or any kind of soft items. I encourage and recommend that you invest in vacuum sealed bags. Storage is hard to come by in most of our homes. I absolutely love vacuum sealed bags because it takes something from being like taking up this much space to taking up this much space. And all you do is you put the items in the vacuum sealed plastic bag, you vacuum it in, it shrinks, and you put it on the shelf in your closet. When you're ready to take it out, you unscrew it, the air comes back into the bag, and voila! I'll leave a link to the vacuum sealed bags I use in the description below. Next up, when it comes to decluttering your living room, is eliminate as many knickknacks as you possibly can. And you can do this via the 60-second purge. So essentially, all you're gonna do is grab a bin, walk around your living room, and you're gonna get rid of any knickknacks that you don't need. While I too love my knickknacks, use them sparingly, because the more knickknacks you have, the more time you're investing in cleaning them. You know what I'm talking about. Those knickknacks on your shelves, your picture frames, your little statues, they get dusty. Do you enjoy cleaning them? I don't enjoy cleaning them. So you either don't clean them at all, or your cleaning routine is extended by the fact that you have to clean every single one of these knickknacks. Not only that, the more knickknacks you have, the more your living room appears cluttered. Don't forget to check in the media cabinet, your drawers, and your coffee table to also eliminate whatever extra knickknacks you might be storing there. Next up is wall decor. Having too much wall decor automatically shrinks your space. It makes your living room appear smaller than it actually is, which in turn makes it appear more cluttered than it actually is. Take a look at what's hanging on the walls in your living room. Whatever no longer fits your decor, whatever you feel is too much, get rid of it. A great way to gain kind of objective perspective is to actually take photographs, because more often than not, like, this is a space that we live in. We're in it every single day. So we sometimes don't actually see the clutter. We don't see the extra artwork that's not really adding value to our living room. So take a few seconds, walk around your space, take photographs, right, of the walls, and then kind of self-evaluate and be like, do I really need that painting hanging? If you don't, eliminate it. Next, declutter tech accessories. We all have a bunch of tech accessories lying around our living rooms, from wires and chargers and phones we're not using and headphones and AirPods. I mean, it's a lot. Go through your tech accessories and get rid of everything that you don't need. I actually used to be driven crazy by having a bunch of Apple phone chargers like all over my space, charging individual devices. And then to make my living room appear less cluttered, I invested in this charging station. And I absolutely love it. It's small, it's cute, it does not look cluttered in any way, shape, or form, and it charges all of our devices. If you like this particular item, I'll leave a link to it in the description below. Next on the list of what to declutter in your living room is the very often forgotten burnt candles. If you are somebody who loves candles, loves burning candles, I absolutely love it. I think it's so warm and cozy to have these like aromatic smells in the home when you first come in and you can kind of smell your space. Love it, not knocking you for it, not judging you. What I am telling you to do is get rid of candles that have burnt out. Leave a comment, let me know. Do you have a random collection of candles that burnt out? Like, why are we keeping them? I don't know. It makes absolutely no sense. And sometimes we'll actually use them as knickknacks to decorate around the house. That's bananas. Go through your candles. If they have burnt out and you can no longer use them, get rid of them. If you're getting value from this video, contribute to my coffee addiction by smashing that like button. Moving right along, let's move on to decluttering books and magazines. Paper clutter in the living room is an eyesore. Books and magazines should be either thrown out if you no longer need them, or donated, or stored in a space that's not out and about. So you should actually have a designated area for where you store your books and your magazine. If you want to leave out one book on the coffee table that you're currently reading, that is absolutely fine, but there really shouldn't be 5 or 6. Next are random papers, especially if you have kids. Our kids have papers everywhere, whether it's their schoolwork, their artwork. I don't know. I feel like whenever my daughter's in the living room, it's like literally a tornado went off of papers. Like, why she needs 7 different sheets of papers, and like each sheet has like one little line on it, or it's like it's all over the place. Declutter the papers, get rid of any random floating papers in your living room. Again, this is something that will not take you longer than 30 seconds. What I do actually is when I tidy up at the end of each day, I take all of my daughter's paperwork and I have one designated bin for paperwork that literally stores it. So I will not be decluttering paperwork every single day. What we do is we take the paperwork, we put it in the bin, and once a month, we will then take everything out of the bin, and together me and her will declutter, and we will keep what artwork she needs versus all the stuff that she doesn't need, and we will trash that. So have a designated bin for where you store your paperwork. If you know you do not need that paperwork, then shred it, toss it. Next up is mail. Oftentimes we will pick up the mail and we will throw it on our coffee table. Why, I ask you? Why? Why are you putting mail on your coffee table? You're literally inviting clutter into your living room. Best practice for this is open your mail on top of a garbage can. So whatever you don't need, you automatically toss. You should have a designated area, preferably actually in your entryway, where you store all of your mail, all of your bills, all of the things that are important. And you can actually get a caddy like this one. It's also beneficial to store mail in one designated space because statistically, oftentimes bills are paid late because we have lost them or we have misplaced them. So if you know you have a specific designated area for your bills, you can even hang a little postie or a note that says, you know, review bills every 15th of the month, whatever works for you as a reminder. But having it stored in one space, you're going to be less likely to forget a bill and incur an overcharge. Next up is kids' artwork. I mentioned this when we were talking about paper. Our kids are creative, imaginative beings. We encourage them to draw, to express themselves. As mamas, we love those handmade cards they make where they're like, I love you, mom. And it's like a picture of something they call a turtle that just looks like 4 sticks. Regardless, our kids' artwork is very, very precious, but don't allow it to sit and collect dust in your living room. Invest in a storage container and collect all of your kids' artwork by the end of the day and put it away. Next is a big one for all of us mamas, and it's our kids' toys, and if you have pets, our pets' toys. Our kids and pets' toys are everywhere, which is totally fine, right? Again, that means our living room is full of love and happiness and playtime, but it shouldn't be stored on your rug. Declutter your kids' toys, declutter your pets' toys. For tips on what to declutter in each and every room of your home, you can grab my free Ultimate Mom's Decluttering Guide. I'll leave a link to it in the description below. Next on what to declutter in your living room are board games. As families, again, living rooms are where we spend most of our time. So for us, Friday nights are board game nights. So we have a ton of board games. We usually select 2 or 3. We put on a great movie, get some popcorn, some takeout, and we will play board games. Now, with that said, declutter your board games. I understand that you might be a family that uses it every single day or once a week, but still don't have your board games just out and about sitting there. Come up with creative ways to disguise your board games. You can put them in your media cabinet. What I actually like to do is I will not keep board games in their boxes because I find that, again, aesthetically, you know, board games are super colorful. So aesthetically, when you're in your living room, it just looks like chaos. So what I will do is I will actually take them out and place them in either clear containers, and you can store multiple board games in one. And for the smaller ones, like the card games, like the Monopolies and the Unos and whatnot, I will actually individually store them in Ziploc bags. Okay, and what this does is it actually takes up less space and it's not a cluttered eyesore. Next up, get rid of old carpets and rugs. Carpets and rugs, again, aesthetically look like clutter, especially when there's a lot of them, especially if you have maybe a rug that's rolled up currently sitting in the corner of your living room. Why is it there? Do you need it? If you don't, let it go. So take inventory of your living room. Again, maybe you can use the tactic of taking a picture because oftentimes we ourselves don't notice. Take a picture of your living room. Do you need 3 rugs or carpets, or will 1 suffice? Another item that you should declutter in your living room, if you are a plant enthusiast like me, I have tons of plants. I believe I have over 60 now in my home. I love bringing the outdoors indoors. So if you are somebody who has a lot of plants, or even if you're somebody that only has a few, declutter your dead plants. I can't tell you how many times I've worked with families in their homes to help them declutter and organize, and they will just have dead plants all over the place. And I'm like, why do you need this? And their response is, well, maybe one day it'll grow. Probably not. If you have dead plants around your house, please throw them out. So that is it. Those are the 15 items that you can declutter in your living room and have your living room be clutter-free. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any of my weekly videos. As always, good luck on your decluttering journey, and remember to be good to yourself.